Chapter 874, King Baum.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Podcast. I'm the best guy ever, and this is Hippocrit.
And I'm the best guy ever, and we're on a ship, and I got a cold, so if I cough uncontrollably, that's why.
You've got scurvy. You've got scurvy.
Yeah,
We've been out here a long time.
I haven't been sucking my lemons.
That's not good. I got a lemon for you to suck, if you know what I mean. All right, let's continue. So what happens? Actually, there's a beautiful color spread. Shout out to awesome color spread with all the popular characters
shout
looking
out
great.
To... I thought you were saying awesome color spread like that was the guy who colored it in. I was like, how do you know that?
His name is Awesome Color Spread?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
No, I thought that's what you were doing, but you were just shouting out the fact that it exists, and yes.
That's what I'm doing. That's correct.
Every time I have one of those, I'm like, new background, new desktop background.
Yeah, that's how it works. I used to do that for a long time.
Although this one has a lot of, I don't know, like...
There's a lot of colors. They don't
actually
make for that great
the characters. Like, the characters are alright, but then there's lore, and then there's the... Criankiel, or whatever his name was, the clown man.
Crocodile?
No, the guy on the top left, you know, the
Rocinante,
Corazon.
Rocinante, I have no problem with. He is a good character. The only problem with that guy is that he's so linked to Law, and Law is the problem, and that's... I just fucking hate Law. I don't want him ever. I don't want him ever. But Crocodile is here, which is great to see, because Crocodile fucking rules. And his sand animations are so beautiful. Everything about Crocodile is great.
If there's ever like a One Piece thing in physical form, I want a giant brass hook like his, that it would be way too heavy to hold, but I just want it. I just want to have it and be like, yeah, like fucking like a portal gun or whatever. I want one of those.
It's super great. It's super great. And the way he moves it around at the end of his sandy arms when he changes. God, Crocodile is just so cool. Like, Crocodile is everything that Doflamingo failed to be, in my opinion, in terms of, like, Crocodile was not that strong. He was not that strong. He really wasn't. It makes sense that Luffy could beat him, because Crocodile is like a political manipulator guy. And yet he is a warlord of the sea, so of course he's going to have some strength. He's got a really powerful devil fruit. So and within the context of Alabasta, he strategically used his devil fruit to cause the kind of damage that furthered his plot along. Unlike Doflamingo, who's like, I'm going to literally control everyone in the entire fucking country at one time. Fucking retarded. I hate Doflamingo. Crocodile, I love everything about. And the fact that Doflamingo's like, look at me, I'm the most important character. Fuck off. I'm just so salty about the failures of Dressrosa.
I like that voice.
Dressrosa.
I like that voice you gave him. It fits.
I'm Doflamingo, the puppet guy. Oh, have you guys heard of awakened devil fruits? Oh, let's raise the power levels more. Yeah, great.
He probably would sound like that with his tongue hanging out the constant.
You're right. I also like that Marco's here, because Marco's really cool. Yeah. He's got like the best devil fruit in the series.
I thought he had blue hair. I don't know about...
Yeah. He's always been a yellow pineapple boy. Oh. But okay, let's move on. Also, I just find it interesting that Reiju is here. Reiju is obviously here because she's just like a hot girl. Like, she's done almost nothing other than be kind of nice to Sanji.
Yes. All right, but let's get right into the chapter now. Yes. Big Mom was coming at him. She's about to attack. She's got a big sword. Oh shit,
I didn't even notice this, but I did want to point out, you can see King Baum has these tiny little arms that are in like running position. I didn't even notice those, but they're adorable.
Yeah, I saw those. He's just like trying his best. And Big Mom she's still crazy about that wedding cake, and she uses one big giant attack.
Elbaf spear, which is interesting.
Yeah, the same thing the guys used when they were on Little Garden to blow through that giant goldfish or whatever it was.
See, that's what I instantly love this, because they didn't just do like a sword slash or whatever. This is like an inherently interesting thing that relates to old One Piece. It's just that thing that I love so much about everything being interconnected, and the characters are like, this is the same move they used on the goldfish, and like that was in Thriller, that was in fucking Little Garden, so we're like getting more Elbaf connection to our giants. Oh, I love everything about this. It's so cool. Though it is kind of weird that like like she's using a specifically giant technique. I mean, she did grow up on Giant Island for some amount of time. I just find it's very interesting. It's very interesting what's going on here. Why would she do that? I don't know.
Maybe it's the only attack she knows.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Now, what I remember about that technique, though, was that it went around the ship, because they sailed into the goldfish, and then the hole blew around them like a cylinder, and then cut a hole through the end of the goldfish. So this, to King Baum, it would be like slicing a part of him off instead of like destroying him like a laser beam.
Yeah.
So I wonder where his thing went. Like, where did it go?
Yeah, I don't know. By the way, I just want to say that, like, there's just this thing, okay? Like when Dory and Broggy did their Elbaf Spear and smashed through that goldfish, like, I'm just saying, that goldfish was, like, gigantic, and that was, like, very impressive that they did that. But, like, this is just, like, a tree guy. What I'm getting at is, like, Big Mom is doing something currently far less impressive than what those giants did, and she's a fucking Yonko.
Yeah,
like,
but those were two, like, giant pirate captains, two of them, that've been fighting for...
You're telling me that a Yonko shouldn't be as strong as two giants combined? She should be stronger than that.
Well, they were, like the
way
strongest
strong.
Giants. Like, they were, like,
they weren't
the main...
Yonko. They weren't fucking Yonko.
Well, maybe the giants don't care about Yonko. Maybe a giant could be a Yonko if they cared, you know.
Well, that's retarded. No, I don't like that.
Do giants care about being the pirate king? I have no reason to believe they do.
Dory and Broggy cared to be pirates at all, so, you know, there's some inclination there. I don't know.
I mean,
whatever.
this is still impressive. It's like it blasted through him, and it went all the way through through the seducing woods out into the sea, and went boom.
Yeah, it's true. All I'm saying is, I just still am not satisfied with the power level that Big Mom is showing. Please just show me more. But, you know, that's kind of not fair, because the way we see, like, we've seen, like, Zeus and Prometheus do impressive stuff, and, like, that is her power, so, like, that's pretty cool. So I don't want to suck my own dick too hard about it.
I mean, you keep saying, oh, she needs to be more powerful. I think this is okay. Well, this is okay display. I mean, that if she were just to blast them into smithereens and then kill them, like if the arc was bigger, like, what would it have done? She would have had to have missed by a lot more.
When she was a baby, she, like, decimated a giant village. An entire giant village. They couldn't do shit to her. She's too goddamn strong. And, like, I don't know. I just feel like the power levels are weird with Big Mom. And that, like, they're too low right now. That, like, she's not really doing things on a level that I would expect based on the history that's been set up for her. That's the annoyance I feel. But it's kind of unavoidable because she... Like, she can't be that strong, or we'll just all die. Everyone would just die right now. So, like, I know they have to manage that. But, okay, I don't want to dwell on it for too long. You understand my concern, dear viewers, so...
Yeah, whatever. I feel like there's ways you can hand-wave it away that aren't too unreasonable. Like, the fact that she probably isn't trying as hard as possible because she just wants cake. She's not looking to kill.
She's in berserker mode right now, though. So, like,
yeah,
this
but does that mean she's stronger, or does that mean she's uncontrollable?
Well, probably just uncontrollable, but that's what I'm saying. Like, her power should be, like, going nuts right now, is what I think. But, okay, maybe this was just a precise strike. She was just, you know, tactically aiming at one section or whatever.
You think of, like, the equivalent of just, you know, somebody wants something to eat and they're mad and they throw a plate across the wall like, I want it now, like a little angry brat. She throws her cup across the wall. This is what she's doing. She thinks she's just throwing a cup. She doesn't realize that she's decimating a huge, like, cone of death. Swinging a whole...
you're saying this, like, so what you're saying right now is that this isn't actually her full power level. This is her just kind of...
Yeah, dude, she's got to go Freezer, got to go into final form, very small.
Yeah, I do want to see her final form. Okay, fair enough. I'll put that aside. I'm really not that bothered by it. It's just something that keeps coming up a little bit at a time, and so I'm always a little bit...
I'm really curious as to see when you will be satisfied, because I don't know.
I just don't know if it's going to come at this point. I don't think, like, what I want to see is Big Mom, like, decimate an army by herself. I want to see her, like, destroy a fucking island. I want to see her, like, rip someone, not even someone in half. I want to see her, like, effortlessly defeat, like, an incredibly powerful enemy. That's the sort of thing I'm looking for to, like, fully appreciate Big Mom's power. That's what I feel like is appropriate. But we've never gotten anything at all like any of those in the present day. So that's just why it frustrates me a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's move on.
But no matter.
So she cuts Kim Baum, and then they're all like, "Fuck, we're gonna die." Then Nami hatches a plan. She recognizes that there was a tree with him before, the lady tree, the tree with the boobies, as you can see.
Yes,
it got wooden boobies.
I totally thought she was cute.
And she plays with his emotions, like you don't want to die and never see your lady friend again. And it's like, oh, you're right. I'll keep running away from Big Mom, and I won't give up because the pussy is real strong. That's a real power. Real powerful powers. The power of the wooden pussy is even. How do they do that?
I don't know. Spores?
Maybe they entangle their roots or something weird.
Yeah, probably something gross.
Now, I want to talk about Nami in a bit, because she does a thing where she gets her, weather power to distract Zeus, who is adorable, and I fucking love him, and he's my best friend.
He's got a hat kind of like our friend Hippocrit.
Yeah, he is Hippo as a class.
Yeah, I agree.
And she uses her power to distract him, and then Mama falls because, he flies out from under her.
Yep.
And I feel like this is something we've talked about a bit before at the beginning of this arc, when Nami hasn't had a time where she's fucked up and she's always right and doing a lot of good things all the time.
Yeah.
And this is just sort of a continuation of that. Before she had the Vivre card and she was controlling everyone, and now she's just effortlessly, with little boom, suddenly she has one of Big Mom's cloud friends on her side.
One of the most powerful enemies right now. She just effortlessly takes over. That didn't really bother me that much because it's treated with such a level of silliness. But I will say that the other day I was listening to I don't know, someone was discussing the nature of Disney animation, specifically the way they animate Disney princess faces, and there was a discussion about how I can't remember, it was some animator or something, and there was a discussion about how when you're animating someone like Rapunzel, I think I was watching something about Tangled, when you're animating them, you can't ever do a thing that animates their face too extremely or makes it look too crazy, because if you do, people can freeze frame, and then these female characters look ugly. They look ugly, and then it's weird, and nobody likes it, and they don't look picturesque or attractive.
I've heard that.
I feel like that's a little bit of what's going on just with Nami in general. Oda's trying to retain her sexiness and her cuteness, and he doesn't really want to make her the butt of a joke. And as a result, and that's how you get a character like Law, really. You take him with him, they took him too seriously and made him too cool. But Nami's kind of just too pretty and too perfect, and it makes her less of an interesting character that she's always perfect in that way. And if you're trying to make a character endearing, you've got to give them some flaws, or they're just Mary Sue-esque and kind of annoying. And nobody likes that. And we all want to like Nami. I do like Nami. Nami's done some great stuff.
Her flaw is she likes money, and that really hasn't been any...
That hasn't come up
forever.
Ever. Yeah.
And, I mean, her other flaw is, exploiting people emotionally, like she's doing just now for King Baum.
Yeah.
And the Tiger Boy said, oh, she's a demon for toying with him like that, making him run for her.
That's not...
That's not really I mean, it's a character flaw in that it's not very nice, but it gets the job done. She saves the day because of it.
Yeah.
And they're pirates, doing a bad thing every so often isn't really, a bad thing.
Exactly. I don't, in this particular instance, it's not and I'm sure you'd agree, it's not it's super egregious or anything. No. It's just that it's another one in the pile of things that Nami has done in a row perfectly without any problems, and she's never once been made to be embarrassed, or you gotta give them some there's an ebb and flow, that's what's satisfying. If a character's always, it's not even that Nami's always right, it's just that she's never, it's not even that she's never wrong, it's that she never looks silly or makes a clear mistake and then appears to regret it.
I mean, there are times where it's just oh, it's a joke, and she's no, IKEA, stuff.
But that's
stuff
the thing.
happens
She's always
to her,
got
but
She's got like that pure Disney princess face the whole time. So it's like, that's the thing. She doesn't look embarrassed. It's like, we don't get any of those, like, remember Perona? When Usopp said, like, I'm already negative, and Perona did the gigantic Eneru fault face, you know? Like that's, like, the most memorable thing about Perona's entire character. And it doesn't make her, like, unattractive. She's still, like, Ben's favorite girl in the entire series, and I love her, and I think she's a super cutie, despite the fact that she's had these moments of, like, you know, looking silly and ridiculous and, like, dare I say, ugly, you know, like, for a page. But that's, like, funny. It rounds out the character more, and it makes them more endearing. Like, even Nico Robin has, like, more of this shit. It's a bit more subtle, and she generally looks perfect and pretty, 10 out of 10, beautiful goddess all the time, which she is. But there's those moments where, like, some things are happening, and these jokes have been popping up where, like, someone will say something, and then you'll see a thought bubble of Nico Robin, like, picturing something cute and ridiculous. Like, that's funny and endearing, and that's like her being silly. And, like, she doesn't even have to look bad to everyone else, but we, the audience, get to see that she's, like, a real person with these, like, independent thoughts, and that makes her so much more, you know, human.
The thing about Nico Robin is that she's, like, a shy girl. She doesn't, like, talk. She's, like, emotionally stunted. She doesn't, like,
she's
talking.
Reserved, but
Reserved, no. She, you know, she lived a life on the run, and she doesn't show emotions on her face. She doesn't show things on her face. So things like when she's imagining, when she's feeling really sad about that drawing of the dragon that was climbing up on Zoe or something.
Oh right, that was great. That was fucking amazing.
And there was that one time where I think on Thriller Bark, everyone was like, "Oh, we have to team up," and Frankie would grab people and Robin, you have to be here, and she was like, "No." Just like,
as a human being, I'm embarrassed. Yeah, that's legendary.
Like,
that's fucking
moments
legendary.
like that are just like perfect. I love moments like that, and Nico Robin has a lot of them. Nami doesn't really have those. She just has the sort of generic, sort of reacting to Luffy being stupid.
She's just the straight man all the time, and she's like kind of nice to children is like her personality now, and kind of tricky. I don't know. Nami doesn't do shit. I mean, she does things to like further the plot. And, you know, like, do tactical decisions. But, like, where's her personality? I ask you, Gib, where the fuck is Nami's personality? I don't know. I don't know. I guess she might have a crush on Sanji. That's some personality. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. She's pretty empty these days.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because...
I want to see... Oh, I mean, we already had that conversation.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, Nami, haven't really liked her that much just since the time skip in general. Like, the most interesting thing that happened with her was when we reflected upon her history from part 1, or before the flashback, or before the time skip, when, like, during Fishman Island, when, like, Jinbei asked her for, like, forgiveness, and she was like, yeah, it's okay, I'm over it. But, like, that's nothing new. That's just a callback to, like, her history that we've, you know, Arlong Park was really good, but, let's move on.
What I remember a good thing was when she was in Thriller Bark, not Thriller Bark, Alabasta, she was fighting against what's her face, Miss
Spiky Boy, Miss New Year's or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. And she was having real trouble trying to figure out Usopp's new weapon, and she was really like struggling. But she ended up winning. But the thing I remember from it was the many times she fucked up, and she was like, ha ha ha! Look, I make a little water fountain. Fuck this shit!
That was hilarious. Yeah, that was great. I
want Nami to have trouble in a battle. I think that's what I need.
Well, I couldn't agree more. But like that is Nami's only fight in the series, except for against Khalifa and Enies Lobby, and like both of those were like the best things Nami's ever done, and they fucking ruled, and they were great. Like when she fought Ms. New Year's Eve, like. You know, in order to beat her, she had to fucking impale her foot on one of the spikes coming from her head. She had to man up. You know, she had to man up and really show some character in order to defeat Ms. New Year's, and that was fucking great. And yeah, we need more of that. Nami needs some more of that shit. You know, I'm
hoping this. I'm hoping with this whole like stealing Zeus away from Big Mom thing, because like she's gonna be. She's gonna have some sort of a difficult battle, maybe against Prometheus or something, like fighting the two against each other.
Yeah,
that might
she's
be
doing something. I would like something like that. You could really call this for Nami stealing your cloud as if it was easy. That's
and it was
good stuff. It was very easy for her. But okay, let's move on now.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say the picture of Zeus eating the black clouds and saying "yummy" it's adorable, and I love him.
It is very adorable.
And I also love on the same page the hat reacting like one raised eyebrow, like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me with that shit?" He's just floating away like a dumbass.
Yeah, there's business to be done, Zeus. You're really fucking us
I
over right now.
I really love how they're despite being part of Big Mom, they're just their own characters, and they're just... Prometheus is like the sensible one, and Zeus is just a funny little boy.
It's true. But that's interesting because almost immediately afterward, Big Mom shows that she does have the ability just to, like, force them to do what she wants, which makes sense. When she commands the forest to do some shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, she commands them by letting them know, but, like, King Baum is still disobeying. So if she could control them, it's not really the same.
It's a little fuzzy.
I think what it is, she instead of like Gecko Mori is like he's controlling all these things.
Right.
But Big Mom is giving things life.
Yeah. Okay. Though they do like. Well, I guess they sort of respond at least to Nami's Vivre card out of like fear/respect is kind of the expression they seem to have. So like. They're like afraid maybe that they'll get their soul taken away, or that she'll just like decimate them because like she has control over them. Obviously,
but it's a little different from like having a soldier that like another person that's scared of you, because he could always run away, or it's a little different. I think it's kind of the same.
Okay.
In that they can disobey if they really have a reason to. Like King Baum needs that wooden vagina.
Okay, it makes sense to me.
All right. So they're going through the woods. The woods are like parting because King Baum's there, and they see the Sunny, and you think, oh, it's gonna be fine. And then Zeus is here. Zeus is like, cool. I want to be your friend because you gave me those black balls, as they're called. I want to eat your black balls all the time, Nami.
Yeah,
and
Nami's
Nami
got
says,
big black balls.
And she says, "Will you become my servant? I'll give you my black balls." And he's like, "Yeah, dude, perfect.
Just what I wanted." Yes, excellent.
Such a big fucking face. Look at his nose.
I know, he's great. Nami looks very cute. Incidentally, very very cute girl. Upvoted on Reddit.
All right. So Big Mom comes, just tells the seducing woods to turn against them because, of course, that's what they're supposed to do, and they go all evil face. And then Zeus actually responds like, "Oh, this is bad. Mama's really mad." So he doesn't take that call as like, "Oh, I should stop helping these people." He really loves those black balls too much. Mm-hmm. He's converted.
And Big Mom too. I mean, King Baum. Like she says, like seducing woods, stop him. And like King Baum seemingly is part of the fucking woods, but like like they just resist. So I think your theory is right that there really is some independence here that they can use to resist her orders. Yeah. If they want to.
And then, so King Baum's like resisting. He moves right, and then fucking Prometheus comes down. He's big now. He's a big boy.
He's a big guy. Yep.
He's a big guy, he comes down and he's really scary, and he's like, "Fuck you, you fucking betrayed Mama, I'm going to burn everything." And he just sits on them. And he's a giant ball of gas, and he kills everything.
All that shit of that Nami said about like, "Oh, your girl tree is like waiting for you back there." Like, no, he's decimated right now. He's completely dead. There's nothing. Yeah, it's over.
It's pretty sad, actually.
It is sad. He like, it's funny that they kind of gave him more character and like gave him a bit of an arc this chapter, and then immediately killed him. But hey, what can you do? He didn't get a happy ending, that guy. Maybe we'll see him. Maybe he'll come back at like the end. I think they might go for this, and like maybe he'll be like just like a small portion of that tree survived somehow, and it'll be like that little bit. And he'll still be alive. I think we might see something like that.
Oh, like from the ashes rises a little sprout, and it's got his face, and he's like, "God damn it!"
Yeah. See you in 100 years when I'm a big tree boy again.
So Big Mom's still insane.
Yeah.
She's just, and then this is the more interesting part. Everybody's the Big Mom's crew is going around and they're talking about how they're going to capture everyone. And they're going through the plans.
10,000 soldiers
10,000 soldiers going through the mirror world or
then
whatever.
Again, remember that time that Luffy took out, I believe it was it literally 500,000 soldiers with one blast of Conqueror's Haki? It was like some like stupid number.
Where was that?
It was in Fishman Island during Fishman Island. Remember that?
500? Yeah, I guess I could see that being
It might not have been 500,000, but it was like 50,000 or it was like a lot of people. Luffy instantly decimated with Conqueror's Haki. It was like, to be honest, it was like the most OP moment in like the entire series so far, I think. But hey, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Just,
I mean, these might be stronger soldiers, but whatever.
It looks like they have been stronger so far.
Yeah. We know that they have a lot of important high-level people there, so the number of soldiers going to attack them doesn't really matter. They have like 20, 50, like really strong people. So
I'm kind of making a distinction between like soldiers and like crew members of the Big Mom pirates who are obviously way stronger, and like soldiers are like the fodder that Luffy can take out with Conqueror's Haki in a second. At least that's how like I think about it. Don't know if that would actually pan out. If they fought maybe these guys are stronger than the Fishman Island guys, but no matter.
Yeah, and they're contacting their other islands and telling them to get all the cake battleships ready.
They're like getting their shit ready to like stop them. Like this is going to be a tough thing if they get to the ship right now.
This is going to be like an Enies Lobby escape. Like they have to pull something really out of their butthole.
Then again, they do have the coup de burst where they can literally just fly away. So if they can get to the sunny,
but I think that wouldn't be enough because there's like they're in a whole territory.
I mean, Big Mom
there's
could
a bunch
chase
of
them.
islands.
She could fly. Yeah, that's
true
too.
Not without Zeus, she can't.
True.
Like if Zeus goes with Nami, then she can't fly to them. So
oh my God! Everyone thought that Jinbei or Carrot's going to join the crew. No, it's going to be Zeus. He's going to be their cloud friend. He's going to be the best guy.
That would be cool if Zeus just joins the crew and then part of Big Mom is like there.
It'd be very strange, but yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, he can bully the other clouds that are raining on them. Like, oh, it's a storm. Don't worry, I got it. And he's
honestly kind of OP. He's just like he isn't just like a cloud. He is like a gigantic thunderstorm condensed into a little cloud. So he's a big guy. He's a big deal.
Yeah, and they got the tart ships ready. I like all these terminologies they're throwing out.
Yeah.
They just just casually like all this cool shit, and you remember that this is not just an island; it's a whole series of islands with their own armies and navies and shit. It's
pretty cool.
Big deal. You're literally invading a country at this point.
Yeah, absolutely, a gigantic network of all this shit. It's really cool. I really like this whole environment. It's good stuff.
And then we see Dogtooth is already at the ship, so fuck. They can't.
Oh, no!
I don't think they can leave with
That's
kind
of like a game changer right there. I mean, they're just like, he's obviously the big guy. I don't actually think, I could see them doing, if they wanted to, like an actual serious fight against Karakuri here. Don't know if they'll actually do that. He's like, he's intimidating. He's like the guy who's been set up as like, if there's going to be a serious fight, it's going to be against this guy. And that would be interesting, but I don't know. We'll see if that happens. Oh, by the way, remember how they said there was another sweet commander who had gotten eliminated? We still have not seen shit about that person, that fourth guy. Who the fuck is it? Oh, their name was mentioned long ago, but I can't remember what it was.
There was the Cracker guy.
Cracker, Smoothie, Karakuri, and there's someone else who has not been shown. They did say their name, but I totally forget what it is. But we haven't seen them at all, and like I still think they're going to do something with that, at least at some point.
Yeah, they might turn up. This is the sort of time where they should turn up and something should happen.
Yeah, now's the big moment. By the way, let me just say, I'm glad that we're getting to the end of the Big Mom arc. I thought it was great. It was good. I enjoyed every single chapter of it and thought it was really interesting and met a lot of great characters. But I am happy that we're moving on and that we're not pulling another Dressrosa where we spend fucking years dicking around on one island. I'm glad shit's moving along here. So that makes me happy.
I still don't know. I still haven't bothered to research whether or not it was his decision to make it that long, or whether it was just sort of like, you should probably make it longer because of stuff.
Yeah.
but this is much better pacing.
We gotta cram in a couple more chapters about Law's backstory, dude. We really gotta push that in there. That's important. The people, you know what? I can't even really complain seriously, because as we're gonna get to, Law is stupidly popular because idiots read One Piece in addition to smart people like me, and it drags all of us down, unfortunately. But hey, what can you do?
Well, you can't be popular without having a few stupid fans.
You're absolutely right. Well, it's the stupid fans that make you popular. If you're a shit character like Law, and it's not like
is that
everything
an
about him
excuse
shit.
for us not being popular?
Yes. Exactly. No, we're popular. We're so popular. We're the most popular.
The podcast
guys.
is the biggest podcast.
It is the biggest podcast. It is the castiest podcast. We have the D in our name and in our soul. We are special and important. There you go. There you go.
Right. I want to say I really like that the Tart Tank's cannonballs have faces. They went to the trouble of giving cannonballs sentience.
That's almost cruel to give, but then
I
again,
mean, they look like they're having fun. Yeah.
Remember when
I'm
when
finally
Big Mom
being
was
used after all these years of just sitting in a storage somewhere.
It's true. Remember when Big Mom was force-fed that Croquembouche by Jinbei, and they were like, "Oh no, we're being eaten." Actually, you know what? I think we're okay with this. This is what we were meant to be. I think these guys are okay with being cannonballs whose sole purpose is to explode, kind of like Mr. Meeseeks. They just want to fulfill their purpose and leave this mortal coil, and it makes them very happy.
It's
so,
like the Brave Little Toaster, where all the appliances they just love being used for whatever they're supposed to be used for.
Yes, exactly.
The toaster loves making toast. If he's not making toast, he is depressed.
Yeah, understandable. We all want to have a purpose in life, and theirs is to blow the fuck up and kill people. So that's cool.
Capone Gang Beige is fucking running away on his little treadmill legs.
He's
still
adorable.
with his arms crossed like a badass.
So cool,
funny.
so cool.
And Pudding flies in on her carpet, and she says, fucking...
Brother Veggie, I knew you'd come. Yes, that.
I find it kind of funny that Chiffon knows instantly what she's probably there for. Oh, is Mama having another one of her eating fits? I'll take it. You need my chiffon cake then.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that a normal occurrence that Chiffon makes the best chiffon cake, and that's usually what... I don't know why she would think that she was needed specifically.
I
guess
don't
just for
know.
Convenience of thought bubbles and
she probably
bubbles.
thought the fact that Pudding is here, as opposed to Karakuri, who's here to literally kill her. The fact that it's Pudding, at least that implies that there's something more, unusual going on. So there's something. There's something.
Yeah. It's
By the
not
way,
really any problem there. I was just wondering.
Just let me say, so why exactly can Pudding's carpet fly? That's cool and all, I like it, but what? It makes sense that Zeus can fly. He's a cloud. Why can this carpet fly? What exactly are the properties of this carpet?
Aladdin.
Right. Aladdin is
Sanji's
his best
gonna
friend.
show her the world, Nate. She's gonna show her the world. Or she's
I don't
gonna
know.
show
I
him
didn't
the
think of
world.
this before, but when are we gonna get Pudding and Sanji flying on the carpet?
It's gonna be Aladdin. He is Mr.
Aladdin.
Prince. He's the prince. He's Aladdin, the prince.
Sanji,
guy.
he's that guy who is from One
and Zeus
Piece.
is gonna be Genie.
Oh, yes, he'll be adorable. Oh, it'll be great. Wait, there's literally a genie in this arc. I fucking forgot. There's a guy who literally makes a genie. Remember that guy, the baking guy or whatever? Holy shit. Wow. Okay, so this is like Alice in Wonderland, and it's like Candyland, and it's like Aladdin, and it's like One Piece. Yeah, it's all.
It's all. Everything. Everything
It's
is One Piece.
everything.
One Piece is everything, and I
Exactly.
love it.
It's the best. It's the best. So
who is the parrot here? I guess it's the slime guy.
No, it's fucking Mr. Rooster Baron Tamago. Oh wait, no, it's not the slime guy. The parrot is big news. There's big news.
The
Jafar,
Kellogg's
there's
cornflake
big
guy.
news.
Big Bird. Yeah.
What was his name again? Piers Brosnan? No, I can't remember. Big News Morgan, of course. Big News Morgan, yes. He is the guy. And so Pudding shows up here, and she's, before when she was telling everybody, we need to make a tactical decision, and, I'll save you guys, I guess, if you really need me to. I'm important. I'm special. I'm the chocolate guy. I will save you with this shit. But it's not a big deal. It's not like I care or anything. I'm just going to be evil now. And of course, immediately here she is. She shows up to get Chiffon, and she's like, fuck this. I'm not helping you people. But Chiffon's like, no, Sanji's going to die. She's crying. She's emotional. She's being a little baby. And that's fine. That's fine. But, I mean,
but
it's...
could it be that she is putting on an act?
Oh, no.
We'll never know.
Okay, I'm telling you, people, I way overestimated the level of complexity that Oda was going to put into his character. It was silly. I admit it. This is the real deal. We're done. There's no more acting going on. Like... At some point, you have to say, like, okay, realistically, who is Oda writing this story for? And, like, how much does he expect them to, like, be able to deal with, like, misdirection? The audience of One Piece, the, like, you know, boys of, like, age, like, I don't know, 8 to 25 is, like, the main demographic. Like, they're not going to expect there to be... Actually, I mean, the aim of Shonen Jump is from probably, like, 12 to 18 or whatever. But, like, people can enjoy it because it's the best series ever. Like, nobody is expecting or is, like, able to digest in that age group, like, another about face where, like, oh, she was just pretending before. She doesn't actually care about Sanji. This is another act. I was silly to expect that kind of thing. This is it. This is the real deal. There's no doubt in my mind.
Like, when it comes to a character in an arc, her having just, like, oh, she pretends to hate... she hates Sanji... But she pretends to like him, and then she actually likes him after he shows affection towards her, like in a way that she's never had affection before. It makes sense that would just be it. Yeah. But there's other things that can be more complex because they're less directly important to the narrative going on at the moment, such as world building and lore that's sprinkled in throughout and then comes back. Yes. Which is the stuff that we love.
Exactly.
So, not everything has to be incredibly complex, and I think this is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have no problem with this whatsoever. I think it makes sense, and I'm down for it, and, yeah, it's good. It's all good. I'm totally cool with this. I'm just interested to see how this arc finally resolves between Pudding and Sanji. I'm interested in that.
All right. I was thinking about this the other day, and it's not really relevant to this chapter, but I was just wondering, the whole thing with Admiral Aokiji versus the other admiral...
Sakazuki or Akainu?
And on Punk Hazard, they made the big, lava on one side, ice on the other side. I don't remember that being explicitly explained, but I know that there was a falling out, and it was a big fight, and it was like... Yeah. We didn't see the fight. We didn't see, like, the goings-on of the argument that led up to the fight. We just heard that it happened, and then we're at the island where it happened.
Right.
And I just really loved...
Yeah, go.
I was just thinking about how that's such a huge thing. Like, now Aokiji is, like, a rogue agent, or maybe working for Blackbeard or something.
Lost a leg, too. Yeah, he got fucked up.
Yeah, like he's a big character, a big player in the world, and he had a huge fight with one of the major guys of the world, of the Marines, and it wasn't shown really at all, and it's like, huge moments like that can just happen, and then you can see the effects of it later, and you don't need to know why it happened, but it's cool to think about. I love that. I was just thinking, I just wanted to say I love that. I love that big things can happen, and then it doesn't need to be explicitly shown. Because if you think about any other shonen...
Are you telling me that you think there's big news that doesn't need to be explicitly shown? The world needs to know. There's big news. Yeah.
Because I was thinking, like usually there's like Bleach or whatever, or Fairy Tail. They would introduce a bunch of new antagonists, and they would just be paired off with the good guys, and that would be the fights that they would have in some place.
Right.
And in, every single thing that ever happens in something like that is always explicitly shown as, as a scene. Nothing happens behind the scenes, nothing happens and then gets brought up later. But in One Piece, there's so much cool shit going on that you can afford to not show that huge climactic battle that caused an island to be half ice and half lava.
Yeah. Here's the thing about guys like Kubo and Mashima. They're is this Hiro Mashima? Yeah, that's right. They're fucking idiots compared to Oda. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know how to write like an interesting world. Like they can muddle along their way through an arc or two, but in terms of like building a series that's gonna last like 20 years, like Oda stands completely alone in his ability to just fucking be consistently good and interesting and like deliver things that are going to be rewarding in the long term. those guys, they can barely see the chapter in front of them and try to fumble around and slap something together that's kind of interesting. By the way, Fairy Tail is now officially done. It was either like a week or 2 weeks ago. I'm just so delighted that it is finally ended. I think I read like a bit of the last chapter. I'll probably read the rest of it sometime. But yep, so glad it's dead. It deserved to die a long time ago. Everyone who was a fan is an idiot, a literal idiot. You are stupid if you liked Fairy Tail.
It was good to start with. There you go. It was promising.
It was fine to start with. Like I read it for years just because I was hopeful it'd be good. But like if you, it's that old insanity. If you think it's doing the same shit, you think it's gonna be good. Yeah. Nah.
I just want to say the whole thing with Aokiji, the reason he left and had a fight is gonna come up the next time he comes up or becomes like it's just so cool that they went to an island and it was half ice and half fire and that could have been it, but there's a reason for it being like that. And also, that reason will become part of, like, it will be a revelation later down the line, like, why Aokiji left and what he's trying to do right now.
It sounds to me, because there was discussion about that by other characters. There has been, like, I remember Sengoku was talking about that, I think, before the time skip. He had, like, nominated Aokiji to be a fleet commander or whatever. Like, are you not satisfied with the explanation that, like,
I just can't
they had different visions for what they wanted the Marines to be? And, Sakazuki was clearly shown to be, like, vicious and borderline sociopathic and evil with his desire to crush all pirates, because by definition they're all evil. Whereas, yeah, exactly. Whereas Aokiji obviously has more reasonable and tempered
I guess
vision.
It could be as simple as that. The fact that it was sort of under the radar, a huge event.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we haven't seen Aokiji or Sakazuki, like, do much as a character yet, so there's definitely tons of room for them to, like, come back and, like, explain their philosophies more completely and what they're up to, and so there will definitely be discussion about it in the future, and as well as a set piece of an entire island that was transformed into literally half completely frozen ice wasteland and completely on fire all the time, fiery hellhole. Just the fact that their fight would do that to a place, that's pretty fucking amazing and pretty sick. So, everything about it's great. One Piece is the best.
All right. Cool.
We're all done? All set? Okay.
Oh, did you want to talk about the competition thing?
Oh, yes. Let's do that briefly. So at the end of the chapter, they did the, I don't know, yearly or whatever, popularity poll. And so let's just I don't know, whatever you think is interesting, let's bring up. So, of course, Luffy's number 1. By a bit, makes perfect sense. And Zoro's number 2, which is always pretty fair, because he's super popular, especially in Japan. And then Sanji was number 3, which is actually pretty good, because he has not always been that high in the rankings.
Yeah, he's usually number 4.
Yeah, like, and number 4, I think number 3 was like Ace for a long time or something, because he's just a sexy boy. But number 4 is Law. Number 4, I find that noteworthy because he sucks, and I hate him. And he's gay.
Also,
and he's
shit. he's like quite a bit above number 5.
Yeah, if you look at the votes, he's like almost 50% more. It's quite substantial. Above Ace is number 5, and then Jinbei is number 6, and that's still confused. Like, he's over Chopper. He's over fucking Chopper. What the fuck is that about?
To be fair, Chopper hasn't done much very recently.
That's true. You're right about
that. He's just been around. The whole thing in the Mirror World. We didn't even see anything that he did, and then he took over Brûlé, and that was it. And he has been cute,
ain't doing
but
shit.
He's just a.
It's just that he's like the mask. I mean, I'm not really the biggest Chopper fan. I like him. He just doesn't really do much that's that interesting. But he's always been like the mascot. Yeah.
I don't like his new hat. There's something about his new hat that has always made him seem like too much of a Pikachu. Like, he's like, it's way big head. Like, way too big. Like, you look at old Chopper, and you think he's a guy, and now he looks like a cute face. I mean, I don't hate him.
When I look at classic Chopper, like, I was really never that into his design. I do think he's just kind of more aesthetically pleasing. I wouldn't even say now, but, like, I liked him with his, like, a cylindrical hat, but like, later in the series, but before the time skip, as opposed to now, I think it was peak Chopper.
It's just the fact that his head is so much bigger than his body now, and it's still just a little distracting. I don't mind it too much. He's still cute.
Yeah, that's fair. I like his... Yeah, he's cool. And then number 10, El Sabo's number 9. That's cool. Oh, Nami is number 8. Everyone loves Nami. She's just like the girl of One Piece. That's fine. Whatever. The Boa Hancock's number 10, which I find a little silly because I was never that into her, but she's just like the girl with Luffy, like she's his lady, so it makes sense, and she's sexy and powerful. That's
One day she's gonna bear his child, and then we'll start a two-piece, the new spin-off mango.
That'll be fun. Shanks is super high, is 11. That's good. I mean, he doesn't do a lot, but he's important legend character. Number 12 is Robin. I'm always happy to see my girl as high as possible. I think she could do better. I'd put her way above Nami, obviously. But hey, what can you say? That's what people like. 17 is Doflamingo. Makes sense. Fuck him. 18 is Crocodile, which is great. I'm really happy that Crocodile retains his popularity, despite it being so long since he's, even been on fucking screen. It's been fucking forever. But Crocodile's, the best villain in all of One Piece, except... as a character, he's, one of the best arc villains, except... Well, as a guy who was a real tangible threat whose plans made sense in the context of One Piece and was part of the world building, as opposed to Eneru, who's my favorite just arc protagonist because of the thematic elements behind the character. But Crocodile is the best well-rounded dude.
I really always liked when Luffy broke Crocodile out of Impel Down.
Yeah,
wasn't that great? He got Mr. One, and he was just sort of all right, well.
They're their crew now.
Let's go.
God, that was the best. Oh, and I just want to anytime they animate or we see Crocodile's powers on screen, just something about his sand looks fucking beautiful, and I love it. In the manga or in the fucking anime, it always looks great. Oh my, I fucking love his powers.
Who would
so
win
good.
in a fight? Crocodile or Gaara fucking from Naruto?
Wasn't there there probably was a 1 minute battle about that, or from Versus guys or whatever. It's gotta be Crocodile, right? It's gotta be.
Yeah, but Gaara can control the sand.
Gaara's had a massive power level boost later on, and he can control way more sand and different types of sand. He can control gold dust. So that's more than Crocodile. I think Gaara would win, to be honest. I think Gaara would win. He's got more powers. I like Crocodile 1,000 times more. I mean, Gaara isn't a terrible character, but I like Crocodile way more. Cavendish is high. I think that's a little silly. He's not that cool, but whatever. Reiju's super high. I think just because she's a hot girl and, I don't know, she's a sister of Sanji, so ooh, they can fuck and they'll be incest. That's hot. That's cool. That's where my mind goes anyway. That's fine. Usopp's number 15. Good. He should be higher, but whatever. He's the actual best character in One Piece. Rocinante 16. Fuck off. Go away. You're I mean, I like him more than Law, but I don't care about him. He's whatever. Brooks 19. Frankie's 20. They should be higher, but whatever. And Marco is 20. Marco, Pineapple Boy. He's very high too, as we were saying before. I'm surprised he's this high, but people just like that guy. He's above Whitebeard. He's above fucking Whitebeard, who's later on, he's number...
Well, Whitebeard is in the ground now, so of course it would be.
That does make some sense. I know I saw Whitebeard on the... I'm looking at the next page of, the lower guys. We don't need to go into all these. But, Buggy's here is, number 34. Bon Clay is here at number 24. He's still super popular. Aokiji's 25. Shirahoshi, the Mermaid Princess, 31. Oh, Vivi's 23. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. And Gold Roger's 38. Blackbeard's 48. And the only other one is Karakuri is 45, which makes sense because he's super cool. And Senor Pink, Baby Man, is 46. That's cool. I like all these guys. Oh, actually, Sanji's mom is number 65. That's interesting. I find that interesting. She did very little, but what can you do? Oh, Pudding's 28 too. Okay, I'm just saying numbers and words. Doesn't matter.
Wait, who's that guy number 47 with the big tooths?
Number 47 with the big tooths.
On the left. So
what the? Okay. His name is Fa Rafura.
Is he a fishman?
Who the fuck is that guy? Is he a giant? Jesus, I have no fucking idea who that guy is. How did he do this well? What the? I have no idea. His name. I'm reading the katakana. I wish they translated this. It's Fa Rafura. Does that mean anything to you?
No. Well. It's a mystery. Tell us in the comments if you know who that is.
Yeah, go look it up, people. Tell me. There you go. We're all done, folks. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah, goodbye.